Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be working with a Tint World location to go ahead and work with them on 10xing their sales in the next 90 days. At the moment, they're really struggling with taking direct response leads, turning them into highly interested prospects, and turning those prospects into customers, right? And so in this video, you're going to see a little bit about objection handling. You're going to see a lot about how to go through a discovery phase, how to frame the sales call, and how to actually convert these leads more consistently. And overall, you're going to see all the tips, tactics, and tricks you need in order to go ahead and actually turn your sales team from a low performing, lead burning garbage can into a high performing, high output sales team. And so go ahead, get ready, sit down, put aside some time, and let's dive right into it.
Can you hear us?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Okay, awesome. I'm having a little trouble seeing you though. You're like a little black box on our screen.
We don't have a camera on this computer.
That
What
makes
computer?
sense.
What computer are you on? You on the front computer?
Yeah, because your store email's not on your computer.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, they don't got a camera.
No big deal. No big deal. How are you guys doing today though?
Just fine about yourself.
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm looking at your guys' campaign performance. You guys are crushing, so that always makes me happier. And
Yes.
so, yeah, I wanted to hop on this call today. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I kind of wanted to get a feel for kind of what you guys are doing in terms of your sales process today. Just understanding, how many times are we contacting this leads, kind of what we're saying on the phone, and exactly, if I'm a new lead who comes in, what's the process of getting me to close, right? And so
Right.
with that being said, can you just kind of like walk me through in general, like your overall sales process?
Sure. So we usually try to hit them, within the first 10 minutes of the ad coming in, the lead coming in. So we are refreshing. We did get a little behind this weekend because the girls, they didn't know exactly what was going on too much while I was here. And Matt is absent right now also. So usually when the lead comes in, we'll call them, hey, this is Matt with Tint World. I was calling in regards to the ceramic coating that you're interested about. How soon can we go ahead and get you scheduled for this process? Usually they'll ask, well, what is a ceramic coating? So
Okay.
we'll kind of break that down to them because I've had some people thinking that the ceramic coating is paint, or they're thinking it's vinyl wrap. So once we educate them on it, we give them, they'll ask the price again. Okay, well, the price is $7.95. That's a special we have going right now for you guys. If you go ahead and book today, we can get you in and get the car back to you within a day and a half. That's the time. So that's how
Okay,
it's going.
gotcha. And where do you normally get from there?
So from there, I usually get, well, I'm just shopping around right now. If I get hit with that line, usually I tell them, well, this is the best price you'll probably find in the city going about right now. This is on a limited time offer, so prices will go back up. Will go back up in the next couple of weeks. So it's best to go ahead and get you in now while we have this this campaign running right now. This promotion.
And then at that point, do they normally like start to just be like, yeah, no, 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 it's okay.
Yeah, I've had some people do that, and I've had some people still kind of bargain on the price.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm seeing the issue here. Let me so I'm pulling something up on my end. Give me just 1 second. But is
Okay.
this like the script you guys are following for actually selling? Are you guys following a script, or is it just more so like that's just how you sell?
Um, the girls use the script for the most part. When I get on the phone with customers, that's how I sell when I'm on the phone with customers.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, first off, number one, I'm glad to hear you guys are already calling within 10 minutes. Our goal is to contact a lead within 1 to 5 minutes. Matt, I don't know if you remember, but when you submitted the
I remember.
information,
Yeah.
yeah, literally he was on the page still, and I called him, and he's like, "I'm still filling out the form," right? And that's like the kind of speed we want with the leads. And I understand weekends and stuff; it's not always going to be that way, but I like that you guys are already doing speed to lead. That's great. Second thing is when we call a direct response customer, it's a little different than a referral or a Google lead or an organic lead, right? And
Right.
so, as you could tell, with like for example, you guys are already doing, I believe it's between 7 and 15K per week in revenue, right? And so you guys are already doing very well organic. And I mean, do you run into any issues closing those leads with that script?
Sometimes I do. The one guy yesterday, he came in and we actually did close him on a 1993 NSX. So we did close him. He came in. That was fine. Some people are looking for future purchases. They haven't bought the vehicle yet, or they got to talk to their wife or their spouse about the purchase and things like that.
Mm. And this is those are organic leads, or that's someone who came through us?
Someone that came through you, and
Okay.
that
What was the NSX guy's name?
oh man, Mike Adusi, I believe. He's an African guy. He's from Nigeria. He's Nigerian.
Okay, perfect. So I'm glad you told me about that. What we need to do to accurately track the campaign's conversion rate, and this is something you guys will find happens because you guys are a brick and mortar location. Sometimes people will see the ad, they'll decide to come in and they'll purchase, and they'll be like, "Yeah, we came because of the ad," but they won't submit their information on the form. If that ever happens, just shoot me an email with their name, what vehicle they have, and what they closed for, so we can keep accurate data. So thank you for letting me know about that.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Perfect, perfect. And so that means you've also spent $198 on ads to make 2,000. So that's a pretty good start. And so yeah, so when you have these leads coming in with that kind of number one, when they come in person, it's the easiest close ever. You're just like, come take a look. All right, cool. When do you want to book? Because they're there, they're high intent, they're going to move forward. When we have these direct response leads, I think one of the biggest things that even what you said there, they have no context, right? They're just
Yeah.
like, what is this even about? I
Yes.
don't remember this. Oh, I remember the ad, but like I don't even know exactly what this is. What is it, right?
Yes.
And so this this is pretty common when we start with a new shop. And so I just want to show you this slide on a presentation I showed to Matt the other day, but you weren't here for that, so obviously you don't have the same context we do. If you look here, this is kind of what the difference between a referral lead and an online lead is, right? With the referrals, this is literally what you've been dealing with. It's just they come to you because they know you, they like you, they trust you, and they pay you, right? They're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
With an online lead, it's a little different. They see your ads, they don't know anything, and they need information. They come to you, they're willing to talk about it, but they're still a bit skeptical. And then after you take them through a full sales script, a full sales process, they're ready to move forward, right? And so what I think the issue is here, and I think we could fix, is if we just went ahead and essentially what you're doing right now is you're asking for the close off the bat. If I call you up and say, hey Matt, you shooting a call from Detail Launch because you filled out our form. When do you want to go ahead and get signed up for our program? It's not going to close anybody, right? Because they don't know anything about our company. And so what I'd rather do is go through the conversation and say, hey Matt, just shooting a call because I saw you filled out our form. Can you give me a little context on your business? Okay, what made you specifically interested? Okay, awesome. So you're struggling to bring in more leads. Can you tell me a bit about what you're trying right now? Oh, so it sounds like that's not getting you the right results, right? And so I'm getting more context and he's building up trust with me as an authority because of the fact that I'm taking him through a full sales process and I'm actually learning more about him. And so we do the exact same thing with our detailing shops. And so if you'll look, I just shared my screen. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And so this is the exact sales script we use when we're calling out to our customers' leads. And we have an entire call center that calls for some of our customers. So this is literally the script I have them using. It's just, hey, for example, you fill out the form. Hey, Matt. Yeah, who is this? Hey, Matt, this is Nathan with Tint World. Just shooting you a call because you filled out our ad about getting your vehicle ceramic coated and back to showroom condition. You remember that? Then they're going to say yes. Then you just say, well, the purpose of this call, set up the perfect package for you. So with that being said, it shows on file you have a 1997 Acura NSX. Is that correct? They're going to say yes. Then you just go through the questions. Well, what made you interested in even filling out? It's a beautiful car. What made you interested in filling out the form and reaching out about a ceramic coating? And then they're going to tell you what they want. So instead of just jumping to the close and assuming that, because you're going to have people fill out the form who fill out the form for a ceramic coating, but are easy upsells to PPF or window tinting as well.
All right.
And if you just by inserting this question, you're going to figure out what they're actually interested in.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Instead of assuming that it's sold, kind of take your time with them and walk them through it to see exactly what they're looking for.
Can dig deeper because if you just understand what they're looking for and they feel no urgency, they feel no need to actually get it done. They're just like, yeah, it sounds cool. I mean, I'll think about it. Like they're not going to move forward, right? And so this is what this section right here is called building the gap, right? And so the gap is where they are now and where they want to be. And the bridge to get across that gap is your solution. So you have to build the gap during this phase. And so let's say they say, yeah, I was super interested. I get a ton of rock chips and it really damages the front end of my vehicle. It's a classic. It's like an early generation supercar. I don't want it to be damaged, right? That sounds like someone who's more interested in PPF, even if they don't know that's what they're asking for, right? And so we say, got it. So you're really struggling with rock chips. I mean, is that kind of like the main concern of what's damaging your vehicle right now? See how I inserted their main concern into this question?
Right.
Right. And so it lets us build up the gap. And I say, well, that sounds like it's definitely going to damage your vehicle and ruin the curb appeal long term. And I mean, I know those vehicles are an investment, so you don't want them damaged. What have you done to try to like solve this issue and protect it from rock chips? Right? And then I say, well, what solutions are you aware of to keep the rock chips away? Well, I mean, I've heard of some like ceramic coatings and clear bra stuff, but like I don't really know anything about it. And then I say, gotcha. So what do you know about them? And then that's where I can quickly educate them and move into the pitch afterwards. Right. And we need to pitch them and get them on board with the idea and the concept of moving forward with this product before we can actually ask them to book. Because if they're not on board with the idea, they're not going to be on board with paying you for the service.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, man, awesome. And so I know this is a little different than what you guys kind of do now, but what you do now, frankly, it's perfect for what you guys are used to, which is, the organic, the referral leads, the people walking in the door. And you're going to get more people walking in the door just naturally from the ads because it's building up your brand presence and your presence in the area. But for these leads you're dialing out to, you got to follow a sales process that lets you learn more about the customer, lets the customer learn more about you and trust you as an authority. And that way you can go ahead and you can understand their needs. You can educate them so you're looking at things from the same side of the table, the same side of the coin. And then you can get them on board with the idea before you ever drop the price. And you'll still get objections. And Matt, did you get access to the sales trainings I sent over your way?
I did.
Okay.
Did you guys have a chance to look at that yet?
Briefly, not into detail, but just a quick scan over it.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. And so once you guys get used to those different concepts in there, you're still going to run into some objections. Most objections in this industry, if they can afford it, are just logistical. That's the reality. It's I'm going on vacation. I'm going to be out of town. Like you've heard these things before, right?
Yeah, I don't have another car. I can't.
Yeah, totally. And so pay for their Uber. Yeah, like okay, we're making $1,900 in profit off this guy. We can pay $100 to Uber and back and forth, right? And so we'll deal with most objections are just logistical, and we teach you how to go ahead and deal with them inside of that area. Like in the advanced tips section and closing the deal, literally there's a whole 5 video series on objection handling. So you'll be able to go in there and get some help with that. Other than that, also you can get this exact sales script as well as the PPF window tinting and detailing ones in the bottom of the 7-figure sales systems.
Gotcha. Okay.
So in that online platform, that those are
Yeah.
all linked. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, just scroll to the bottom and it'll literally say 7-figure sales scripts, and you can just get it from there.
All right, Tina, did
Definitely.
you get that?
Yes, I'm listening.
Perfect. All right.
Perfect.
And you mentioned, Nathan, you mentioned something about double dialing. Can you explain that?
Yes. And so let's say I call Mr. Matt Sewell right now and he doesn't pick up, but I just saw he filled out our form.
Mm-hmm.
What is the chance he's not on the phone still if he filled out our form 30 seconds ago? He's still on his phone, right?
Yeah.
But he just thinks it's a spam call. It's totally normal. People get spam calls all the time. They ignore most phone calls that they don't know. And so instead, what we do is we go ahead and we call him. He doesn't pick up. We'll call him again. And If he still doesn't pick up, if it's the first call I'm making to him, I'll call him a third time right there, right? Because that speed to lead and getting on the phone is extremely important. Harvard Business Review did a study a few years back, and it was like a 500% higher chance of closing the lead if you call them in 5 minutes. Like that's how important it is. And so I don't care if they think we're spamming them. I really don't. Because obviously don't be rude if you get on the phone with them and stuff. We have a brand to protect. But if we call them a few times, we're like, oh, I was shooting you a call because you asked us to call you about this. Right. And so the frame is we're helping them. Actually, I should fix that right there. But the frame is that they asked you to call them. They requested for you to get in contact with them. So keep calling them until you get in contact with them. And so we have a pretty basic rule here. It's the 3x3 method. Call them 3 times a day for the first 3 days. And if you do that, you will print money with this campaign. Like you will legitimately print money.
Okay.
I like it. So
Definitely, man.
you're calling them basically 3 times back to back to back.
Yes, on the first
Like,
call.
I mean, I'm not like I'm calling them 30 minutes later, I call them again. It's like,
No, it's back to back to back.
yeah.
Yeah, that's real sales. That's legit. Like corporations who are Fortune 500 corporations, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have whole cold call floors that are just designed to call people who didn't even opt into forms back to back to back.
And if we
Right.
get no answer on that first day, we're gonna do the same tactic again.
Well, you're gonna call them 3 times on that first day. And so the thing is, think about it. If I call you first thing in the morning and you were on your phone, but your kid's taking a bath here and your wife's yelling at you from over here and you know you got to get out to work, what's the chance you're gonna pick up?
All right, slim.
Right. But then also if it's 1 o'clock and I try to call you again, you're in the middle of a meeting, what's the chance you're gonna pick up? 0. But then if I call you at 6 o'clock again and you're on your drive home, you have 20 minutes left in your commute and you're just, relaxing in the car and you see the same number, you're like, this person's trying to get a hold of me. Let me pick up the phone. You're going to have a really high chance of picking up, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why we call 3 different times throughout the day. And so for the first 3 days, 3x3, first 3 days, call 3 times a day. And then if they still don't respond, at that point, if you want to move them to no response, you can move them to no response. But up until that point, you haven't actually worked that lead. Like I have a lead I closed recently. Paid a bunch of money for just 90 days of service. I had followed up with that guy for 17 weeks.
Oh wow.
Most people don't even follow up with a lead for 2 or 3 days, right? And I had another shop recently, or sorry, a mobile detailing franchise. They're opening multiple units and everything. He was telling me last week, hey, these leads aren't closable. They're just not serious. I went into his CRM. I called his leads for them, and we did $3,000 in like literally an hour and a half because I just called his leads. He just wasn't calling the leads, and he wasn't following up with them, right? And so it's important to break those beliefs of, oh, I'm spamming them, because you're not spamming them. They asked you to reach out. It's important to break those beliefs of, oh, I already called him a lot, because you didn't call him a lot. Let's be honest, he probably doesn't even remember your number yet. So that means you didn't call them a lot yet. And they're not interested. They are interested. They wouldn't have opted in if they weren't, right?
Yeah.
And so if you follow this process, really put in the effort, even if you don't become the best at objection handling right away, you will make a lot more money. And that's just a fact.
Now, another thing we do if someone doesn't answer the phone, we also do send a text message to their phone. Is that a good idea to do also to keep doing?
What text are you sending?
So the text just says, hey, this is Matt from Tint World. I was reaching out to answer some questions.
Yeah, don't send that.
Okay.
So the reason being is any text or email communication we send, I want to invoke curiosity, right? So if for example, when Matt filled out our form, let's say I couldn't get a hold of him and I text him, hey Matt, it's Nathan with Detail Launch. I was shooting you a call because you filled out our $1,000 ad credit program, and I want to get you some more information, answer any questions you have about how we can help you grow your shop. he has no curiosity there. He's just like, okay, it's just another marketing company, whatever, right?
Okay.
But if instead I said, hey, is this Matt? In the second he replies, I shoot him a phone call. He's gonna be like, I was just texting this number. Then I have him on the phone and I can talk to him, right? And so what I would much rather you do is, let's say they don't reply, shoot them a text and just say, hey, is this, and put their first name in there. Hey, is this Lewis? Hey, is this Rodney? Hey, is this Anthony? Hey, is this Curtis? And then the moment they reply, call them. Don't text them, right? You're not making sales over text for them. Like you can, but you're not making a majority. And our goal right now, because you're not overrun, you don't have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram and leads asking to give you money.
Mhm.
Our goal right now is to make the most of every lead. Our goal isn't to decrease the friction of getting them to book right now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So Matt,
Perfect,
if we're
man.
going to do that, you're going to want to text through Zoom, not through ShopMonkey, so that the numbers do match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you might have to show Tina how to do that. I'm not sure she's done that yet.
Okay.
She's only texted through ShopMonkey.
Yeah. I believe for the most part, yeah. I haven't really showed it so.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. But yeah, oh, you guys actually just got a new lead, came in literally right now. Actually, you know what, Tina, are you there?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Would either of you be open to doing a live call right now?
Sure.
Yeah.
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 I'll do one.
Yeah, Rex just came in. Let me send you over. You can either do it the way way you normally do it. I just want to hear. Rex
Oh.
came in. He has a 2020 Challenger, and he's at the top of your CRM.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Cool.
Are you calling off of the computer?
No, I call off my cell phone. Well, the shop phone here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, this guy literally came in 1 minute ago on the dot.
So it's not showing up. Let me refresh my screen. It's not showing up on mine. Let's see.
Or no, this guy came in an hour ago at 9:26 a.m.
What's his name?
Rex Allen.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't have that.
Oh, I'm in the wrong account. My apologies. Let's call one. Let's call one different lead. My apologies there. I have like 15 accounts in front of me. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's
Let's pull up. Am I in the wrong account? No, I'm in Tint World Memphis. Yeah, Rex Allen drives a 2020 Challenger.
The last one I see is from 6:42 this morning was Lewis Carlton, the 19 Blackwing Cadillac Black.
Let's call Lewis then. Yeah, there's been 2 more leads since then, but let's call Lewis for now.
So she's called Lewis. He's coming in Sunday.
Okay, perfect. Who have you not called then?
So Matt, where are you? Because I see Rex on here. Are you not on there?
Are you on the opportunities tab?
Well, I'm in the email. I'm not in the actual CRM.
That's why. Go into the CRM, yeah.
Yeah, go to the CRM. Rex Allen. Did you guys call Robert Gill?
Just give me his phone number. That way I don't have to look it up.
901
901
412
412.
0326.
He has a Dodge Challenger.
2020, yep.
Okay. Rex Allen.
Yep.
Hey, Mr. Allen, this is Matt at Tint World. How you doing this morning? I'm doing pretty good. Hey, I was calling you about that Dodge Challenger you have. You're interested in getting a ceramic coating?
Put him on speaker.
Yes, sir. So how soon were you looking to get that done? So this promotion package that we have going right now, that price is $795, and it does include my shop ceramic coating all of the paint on your car. And there are several steps that we will take before that to get the car prepped for the ceramic coating. It comes included.
Oh, okay. Because well, on my car, I want that. I don't. Do y'all see half my car's got wrap on it?
Okay.
You ought to do something that like the hood, trunk, and the top of the car is all wrapped. So it's wrapped on it.
Yes, sir. So the good thing for you is that I can ceramic coat vinyl wrap. That's not a problem. It actually will help the vinyl wrap last a little bit longer for you. So, usually you get about 3, 4 years with vinyl wrap, but with the ceramic coating, you can expect to have an extra year on that vinyl wrap to keep the color looking good for you.
Okay.
As far as the rest of the car that's painted, we would do some buffing and polishing to get out minor scratches and things like that. And then we will
Yeah.
come and apply the ceramic coating that has a 3-year warranty attached to it.
Yeah. When you do vinyl wrap, it doesn't put a gloss to it.
No, sir. So what color is your vinyl wrap?
Yeah, flat black or matte black.
Matte black. So it will not add any shine to it at all. I have done a number of matte black vinyl wraps here in my shop, and we usually ceramic coat all vinyl wraps because the customers just love how it looks and the way it protects it a little bit better from the sunlight. So that wouldn't be a problem at all for you.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to, get it shiny, you know, want to that look it's got now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it will still look the exact same when it comes out the shop. The biggest difference you'll notice is in your paint. What color is your car?
Red.
Red. Yes, sir. So yeah. Once we get finished with your car, it's gonna look brand new as it did the first day you bought it. It's gonna have a really high gloss to it, and it will be really easy to maintain and keep clean for you for years to come.
Okay. What was the price on that again?
$7.95.
Okay. How long y'all gonna run it?
So this special is only running for about the next 2 weeks. It ends at the end of this month. But if I can get you to put a deposit down today, I will honor the price for you. If you come after that date, I will still honor the price. I'll just put a deposit down before time.
Okay. Where are y'all located at?
So I'm located right here at 5112 Old Summer Road. It's right off the corner of Summer and White Station.
All right, that down. 5112 Old Summer.
Old Summer Road. Yes, sir. And I can also text it over to you. That way you have my contact.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be all
Yes,
right.
yes, sir. Is there any chance you may be able to bring the car by the shop? I can take a closer look at it for you. Yes, sir. I'm open 7 days a week. Monday through Saturday, I'm open from 8 to 6, and on Sundays from 10 to 6.
Okay. It probably couldn't be, I know it couldn't be this same speed next
Yes, sir. Well, yes, sir. If you can just bring it by to me on the weekend, next Saturday, I'll be looking here for you. My name is Matt, Matt, and that way I can look over the car and we can discuss any problem areas you may want to point out to me, and I can let you know we can do that for you. And I look forward to doing business with you here pretty soon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. So we got to keep that weekend warrior looking good for you.
Yeah, sure. I understand that. But okay, yeah, I'll come by there probably not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Yes, sir. If it's okay with you, I will give you a call next week to give you a quick reminder there. If that's fine with you. Yes, sir. Look forward to hearing from you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
All right. Awesome. How do you feel that went?
50-50.
50-50. So 50 good, 50 bad. Tell me what was good, tell me what was bad.
Good thing he answered the phone. He was open to a conversation. He seemed very interested.
Really quick. I just want to say the reason he answered the phone, and you got really close to closing there, by the way, that speed to lead. Like I said, within 5 minutes, dude, you see how much more open he was than most leads you just dial?
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, continue with the good, but I just want to say really good job with that.
Thank you. Yeah, he answered the phone. He was open to conversating with me. He seems very interested, and I think I may be able to cross him once he comes in for maybe some PPF because he said something about a dean. So potential to cross sell into something else.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
the bad is I didn't close it right now. I wanted to deposit today.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So do you understand why you weren't able to close it?
Not exactly.
Okay. And so let's do this. Let me go ahead and share my screen one more time. Can you guys
Okay.
see it? See this?
Yes.
Essentially what we did was we did this
Okay.
and then jumped straight to this.
Okay.
See? And so this is what I'm kind of talking about is we're missing this entire middle of the sales conversation. We're not learning about them much. We already knew their vehicle. We didn't really know anything else about him. We went right into pitching him and asking him to schedule, right? And so that's not your fault. You just don't have any context on like what a sales process looks like aside from that. So first off, that sounds like a really good lead. I would keep following up with him. But when you go to close, I'm looking for three things. Number one, can I get a very large deposit up front? So can I get 20 to 30% of the upfront job over the phone? If I can do that, that person is showing up. Okay. There's no doubt about it. Second thing is, can I get a smaller deposit or can I get a time booked for the actual service? Right. That's the second thing I'm looking for them to drop off their vehicle. The third thing is if I can't close either of those, I don't just want to, I want to book him to come in within the next 2 to 3 days. 2 days is pretty far out. I'd rather get them there same day to come check out their vehicle. Like right now, for example, I'm like, Rex, it sounds like your vehicle, like every day, this thing could be getting damaged a little bit more and more. I mean, we're a little packed today, but we do have some time this afternoon. Would you be able to bring your vehicle in just so we could take a quick look at it and you don't have to waste any more time wondering whether or not this is the right fit for you?
Okay.
And then when he agrees, I would be like, gotcha. So we have a 3 and a 5 p.m. consultation slot available. What works better for you?
Okay.
Right. And so I'm trying to close him on coming in same day, if not within 2 days for an appointment. When they do like 10-day out appointments, like the chance of them showing is super low because they just forget, life comes up, their wife asks them if they can go on a date for the weekend and go hit the beach, right? And they're just like they're just like, "Oh dude, I totally forgot, my bad." Right? And so that's the three things we're trying to close them for: large deposit, small deposit / appointment booked, consultation booked. Right? And
Right.
so always start with going for the large deposit up front, which you did. So good job on that one. And yeah, other than that, man, yeah, that wasn't bad. You had a good tonality. You kept them engaged. You sounded interesting. Just the actual process you take them through just needs some work, but that's okay. Like that's why we're here, right?
Right. Okay.
100%, 100%. And I mean, Matt, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I like what you say about kind of taking them through the details and getting basically a little bit more rapport building before asking for the sale. You know, we've kind of always done it a little bit differently, and it's like, hey, this lead's come in, they've already decided they want to book an appointment. They're clicking a button that says book now. They saw the price. They've got all the information.